Hello, this is Archana from Kaka Wellness. So it's a Friday night and I'm on live. Actually, I'm quite tired with work today. But since we have been consistently coming live every day at around 10 p.m., right? Around 10 p.m., like few minutes plus minus like that. So every day we are coming live because we are sharing our life path here, and trying to educate those who needs to be educated in relation to being fit, and also sharing whatever knowledge we have. Basically, we are the co-founders of Kaka Wellness. It's myself and my husband Prem. So we are very passionate in terms of being fit and all that. Despite you looking at us now, like how we are, but if you look at our journey, it's a tremendous journey. Take myself, I've always been the little one who is a bit on the lumpier side, like from a younger age, but the strive to lose weight is always there, and I've been trying many methods in my life, and it's not just simply trying something over the counter. It doesn't work that way. With a lot of research and all I would do, because I'm a person who loves doing research into anything I do, and especially our body. We cannot just put something into our body or apply something onto our skin without thinking about it. This is something very, very important. So throughout the years and all, I've been like, my first time ever I lost weight was after my foundation program. That was 18 years old. I think I was 60 something. So I think I was like 61, 62. I lost to 49 kilos. Okay, anyway, my height is about 156 cm, like that. So 61 is still like I won't look so fat lah, still lumpy. And then I lost to 49, like sometimes it would be 48.5. I was like super skinny, like kind of flat, like that. So that was one journey that I went through. Like I did a calorie shutdown. I was totally on calorie deficit. I kurang makan. So what happened? I became very, very thin. So at one point, I was drinking some tea to slim down, and then I also was on all this calorie control and all that. At one point, I stopped doing all this, because how long can you control your calorie intake? Tell me, how long can you do that? You cannot. At one point, you want to live a normal life. Like, you can skip one meal and replace it with something good. But if you were to skip a meal totally, that's a total different ball game. Just imagine not eating at all. You go to bed in hunger. So that thing I never did, but I ate some nonsense food. I was eating like fiber biscuits, like that. Whenever skipping my meals and replacing fiber biscuit, and then eating green apples. I don't know why I chose green apple. And then I ate oats. I didn't drink Milo. I was going on that journey. So at one point, obviously, I would stop that, especially when I went for my degree studies. So when I stopped that, I started eating like a normal human being. I started putting on weight. Bit by bit, my stomach grew. Imagine being a uni student. I have a picture of myself that I do not have it now. It was in my old phone. I was in the lab. We were doing some, I think it was automation class. Yeah. So I was like standing there and then viewing all the gadgets there, and then someone took my picture, and then only my tummy was bulging out. And I didn't realize it, but my other parts did not grow. My shoulder, and I was still small, but my tummy grew first. You know, it happens for most of us, right? Tummy grew first. So that was the point. It struck me that when you diet like in a wrong way, and then you stop totally, because wrong way you cannot continue forever. If you're doing it the right way, example, you're replacing your morning meal with a weight loss tea, a good one, strong in a sense that it's still acceptable by your body. And then you're having a breakfast with protein, and then you're having lunch with your rice, fiber, vegetables, and also protein. And then you're having a tea break with a healthy tea break, maybe a biscuit with some peanut butter or tuna or something like that, or maybe even a one or two pisang goreng lah. Pisang goreng and goreng pisang goreng. Okay, so dinner, and then you have some meal replacement maybe. Okay, maybe a meal replacement, or you can have some food which is light, like salad, and some protein must be there. Protein is very, very important. Then there's a high chance of you continuing this. You can even have a cheat day on the weekend, right? A cheat day is going to be fine for you. So that's how it's going to be. It's going to be all fine. But if you were to like morning wake up, let's say you drink a tea lah, lepas tu lunch tak makan, ataupun makan sayur je, tak makan protein tau. They only eat, because some people have the misconception saying that if you eat chicken or whatever meat, except for red meat, red meat is not a good choice always. If you eat meat or fish, you will put on weight. கோழி சாப்பிட்டா குண்டாவாம, people will say like that, which is a wrong concept, okay? So you don't eat that. And then tea break, you tahan lapar. When you're lapar, when you're hungry, you are, yes, anything? You want to say hello to the muckles?
Hi. Okay, கோழின்னு சாப்பிட்டா கொழுப்பெல்லாம் தூக்கி போட்டு தோலெல்லாம் தூக்கி போட்டு சாப்பிட்டா பரவாயில்ல. இது கோழி தோலுக்குன்னு தனியா அதை மாவுல போட்டு வேற சாப்பிடுவாங்க. பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா?
See, he'll give the sudden dialogue later. He was watching Olympics finish just now, the opening ceremony. Huh? Then? Okay, see, he switched off for you all so that I can talk to you all. His passion in sports is another topic. We can talk about it for weeks. That's another topic. I think that one day when you want to share with them about that, you must tell them lah. People should know. Okay, so but that's another topic, yeah. So when I did that, and then lunch, dinner, some people just don't eat, just drink a Milo or milk and sleep, and they lose weight. They're happy, lose weight. But how long? You start eating, you'll put on weight. And when you put on weight, you put on very fast. Why? And people have this concept that இப்போ நீங்கள் எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா புட் ஆன் வெயிட் பண்ணிடுவீங்க. குறைச்சி சாப்பிட்டுக்கிட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா திடீர்னு சாப்பிட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டிங்கன்னா put on weight பண்ணிடுவீங்க. So don't diet. அந்த மாதிரி சில வயசானவங்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. Even my mom also பண்ணாச்சு. I think she's watching. She also பண்ணாச்சு இல்லை. Okay, exercise now must continue. Stop பண்ணேன்னா அப்புறம் குண்டாயிரும் இல்லை. She'll say. True, yes, true. But why it's happening? Because first, okay, you already teach your body that you need to exercise, you need to your body is used to that mechanism, burning fat. There's external activity that's burning fat, which is exercise. There's a balanced food that's helping you to lose weight. So when you stop, memang lah, slowly will increase, but it will take time to increase. But the one who totally tak makan, tak minum, all that, and tiba-tiba what happens when the time you tak makan, your metabolic reaction, your body starts to get slower and slower. The thing that burns your fat is your metabolic reaction. Don't skip your food. Don't go on hunger. When you go on hunger, your body immediately says, okay, I need to reserve the fat because there's some danger going on. There's no food. Let's reserve. The body goes into that mechanism. It slows down the metabolic reaction.
Breakfast is very important.
Okay. Why are you shouting? Yeah, okay. So breakfast will come in between like advertisement like that. Okay, like breakfast, why is it important? Because it's going to start up your metabolic reaction. You were sleeping the whole night. Now morning you tak makan lagi lah. So you must always remember this concept. And this is something that I really am passionate about educating people on this. No matter who it is, that you have to understand. Don't say night I eat Nestum and sleep. How long you going to eat Nestum and sleep? 20 years down the road? No, one day you're going to eat normal food. If you take meal replacement, it's different. Meal replacement is a healthy version of food that is
meal replacement. You replace your meal,
but in a healthy version. And that one boleh tahan still. Like memang it's a good choice. Like
if you are having both, it's equivalent something like nasi tambak.
Don't. If you take meal replacement, you don't take food lah. So meal replacement is fine, but don't go take Nestum. Nestum got what? You see the ingredients at the back. Do we have Nestum? Don't have.
Yeah?
Do we have Nestum now? You can see the
new one.
The expired one was there.
No, I don't have.
Okay.
I know, it's in my office since nobody is eating.
So it has lots of sugar, hidden salt, and lots of carbohydrate. Yeah, of course, vitamin, all this is there. But otherwise, it's not a best option. Unless you say, forever in my life, I'm going to only drink Nestum at night. Can you do that? You cannot. So don't do this kind of drastic action. Always, if you're going to skip some meal, you have to take a meal replacement. If you think you're going to skip this meal, because my meal at home very oily, very unhealthy, too much of carbohydrate. Maybe you are dependent on someone to cook for you, or someone to buy for you, or you have to buy outside. So when you're dependent on sources out of yourself, you cannot control, right? At that point, what do? Replace it with meal replacement, right? So that's what you do lah. So that is how it works. Not don't eat. Please, I think I've repeated this 1,000, a zillion times. Do not do that. I've seen many of my clients who come and tell us, nowadays I kurang sangat makan. I'm not happy when I hear anyone say I kurang makan. I'll only be happy if like now I've changed my the food types that I eat. I'm eating more protein. Then I'll be happier to hear.
Kurangkan unhealthy food.
Yeah. Why? And also kurangkan carbohydrate. Yes, because carbohydrate means instant energy. Instant energy உங்களுக்கு இருக்கும்போது எதுக்கு உங்க பாடி போய் fat burn பண்ண போகுது? Fat they'll burn to create energy, right? But உங்களுக்கு தான் carbohydrate நிறைய போகுது, ரைஸ் நிறைய சாப்பிட்றீங்க. ஸோ நிறைய சாப்பிடும்போது அந்த instant energy அங்கேயே இருக்கு பாடியில், அது must use. So body will use that first. And the extra will become glycogen, will stay around your organs and become fat to later. So that is what happening to most of us. Okay, so reduce the rice is a very 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 important factor. That's why some people take all these weight loss teas, which doesn't actually burn all your fat. It helps to burn your fat, yes, to a certain percentage, but it also curbs your appetite to eat. So நீங்கள் சாப்பிடும்போது அந்த ஆசை ரொம்ப வராது. சோறு எப்போ நிறைய போட்டு சாப்பிட்றோம் because we sugar, right? But when we tak ada minat, we'll kurang. So that's the trick that the teas are helping you. And meal replacement comes in place. When you want to replace one of your meal, you need all the nutrients, but you don't want all this unnecessary carbohydrate, the extra sugar, the extra salt. You don't want all that crap. You take a meal replacement. Okay, so that's how you should be doing. So coming back to my journey, right, as I was saying, I like, how panas ni? Oh, you closed the window, the sliding door. So I went to my gym, I did a lose weight. I lost my weight that way. And I was like, first few months I was so cantik lah, so slim, tak muka tajam. Memang lah, best lah, muka tajam kan, all that. Look so nice, arms like that. After that, I started to put on weight, stomach growth first, this double chin come I was even worse than what I look now. I forgot to on the light, but it's okay. Now you want I look like Pehina.
Okay.
We didn't on, so I didn't on the lights.
So can they see you? If please comment. Is it clear?
They can see. Go away. Okay, never mind. No, if I'm very fair only, they cannot see.
I mean, we try to minimize the lighting, no filter, nothing. Real time, real
this
story.
This is shadow of the
okay?
up, like the room, like the house.
We always say this. We are real time, real story.
Real people. Yeah. Hey, that's a nice slogan, lah. Hey, people going to copy the slogan faster. Write down somewhere first. Okay, so yeah. So coming back to that, when I started putting on weight, it was very, very bad, and I couldn't wear anything. You know how young girls, when I was 21, 20, you know, you wear the small t-shirts and the jeans, the low cut, what do you call, the waist is lower and all that. It just started to look bad. And then again, diet. But this time I a bit pandai lah. So I took green teas, I took some tea that detox the body, and also thermogenesis. I think they will trigger your metabolic reaction. That kind of tea I take in the morning. Then I start I didn't have cash to take meal replacement because I was studying, right? I was working on a part-time basis, so during my weekends and also lunch I'll have a bread with salad and chicken ham like that, and then dinner I will do what? I cannot remember. Dinner I think I still eat fruits lah, which is still, I didn't know about Atkins diet that time. So that time I didn't lose so much lah. Sikit I lose lah, okay lah, like that. Then after that, yo-yo lah. I lose weight, go down, lose weight, go down. Then at one point when I started working, I got myself enrolled to the gym, fitness center. I got a coach to train me. I pernah cerita about that. So I was trained all the hardcore exercises, how to use the machines, all this strengthening exercise, toning exercise, everything I was doing. I was so obsessed with toning my muscles, because that is when I realized it is a terrible misconception that he's coming.
How old
was I working? Why are you smiling?
No, because I want to know how old. She says she had a coach. How old were you?
24.
That time
25.
were you aware what is the coach role, and how today, what are we supposed to do, and who is your coach? Was he a qualified coach?
I don't know.
This is the mistake most of us are doing. But out there, many of them are claiming that they are fitness coach, they are fitness trainer. So make sure you train with the right person. Yeah, let it be fitness, let it be nutrition, anything. Make sure you are with the right person. Okay, I'm in the medical field. I mean, I'll talk about it in one of my videos. Today I don't want to disturb us a lot, but just make sure you are in the right hands. With us, you're always in the right hands.
Like these hands can, like these hands, you're safe in these hands. Okay, like you blessed like that. Okay, so that time my coach, but that time I was very young, so very easy to train a young body. 24, 25 hours very easily can be trained. So training, and then I had terrible knee pain that time. But I think my coach, I don't know, that time I don't know lah, that the coach supposed to know to do what you call that, all the strengthening exercise for your joints, also they should be able to do that. they should be able to handle that. But I had knee pain badly that time, so I was like finding my own way to fix my knee. I was going to a physiotherapist outside. I still went to the gym. I still learned the exercise, the core exercise, like which part you have to breathe in, breathe out, how to tighten your muscles at which point and all that. I learned all that kind of stuff only. But how much is qualified, I don't know, because after that I started learning myself and I learned more things than what he taught. But I'm still grateful because he did the initial touch. But it wasn't the best lah. Okay, until I met Prem, I realized it wasn't the best. But then okay lah, for that time lah. So that time I was obsessed with strengthening my muscle and having that muscle. I didn't want this kind of flesh here. I wanted something that was tough. How to say, not tough, like memang like how human should be. Okay, we shouldn't be like that. It can be, you can have flesh, but it shouldn't be so flimsy, because imagine 10 years down the road, it's going to be even worse. Okay, and as I always say, these muscles are helping you to coordinate. You're moving, you're doing everything with that. So that, and then I even bought from GNC, I bought the protein, what do you call the made of, it's lactose lah, made of what do you call the protein forgot.
Whey protein.
Yeah, whey protein. Yeah, isolated whey protein, right? So that one, but I was lactose intolerant. So what happened? I would fight, I would have stomach bloating, but still I would drink lah. But still it was like, I'm really lactose intolerant, so it didn't really work for me. And then it was, at one point, I was taking that lah. It didn't really help me because I took the wrong one, and I didn't have a coach or a nutritionist or a fitness person to advise me. I was doing it at my own understanding. I Google lah. I ingat pandai sangat. I Google. I just do things on my own. I didn't know Prem that time. I tak kenal, okay. So I pandai-pandai lah buat like that. So I was like not gaining anything much. I felt a bit better because obviously some protein is going in and all that. Okay lah. But I wasn't like going towards a very good level. So at one point I started. I had to stop that lah, because I couldn't tahan that. The feeling like going toilet and all that, it was not because of detox, it was because I was lactose intolerant. And then I didn't know when to take it, before game or after game or what. And then I started slowly putting on weight also because of that. Because I didn't know to portion my food. Okay, the coach that time didn't teach lah. Probably the coach is not a fitness expert, because usually not a nutrition expert, I call it. Because normally when you get a coach, a person who trains you, they have to be good in all areas. Like, you cannot just be good in exercise and you know nuts about nutrition. You know nuts about how to portion your meal. That doesn't work. That will not work. So it was going on that way. So I stopped, and then I started reading about Atkins diet. This was brought to me by my friend. She's a doctor, medical doctor. Name is Minachi. Minu lah we call her. So she started a group, WhatsApp group, started doing Atkins diet. So Atkins diet, there's a official page for Atkins diet. We just follow that lah. But then that also must pandai-pandai, because many people don't really understand how to implement Atkins diet in your daily life, daily eating habits. So we started that. And when we did that, then I realized, oh my god, the carbohydrate, I started paying attention to carbohydrate. It was not because anyone told me, but because we had to calculate carbohydrate when you're doing Atkins diet, right? So I started checking my proteins. That time I haven't really stopped my protein. I stopped like on off. I was having it there still. I saw like, the carbohydrate is like so much. That's why I was putting on weight. Though there was, because if I'm doing really heavy exercise, like some bodybuilders, the guys who do, then I can take that whey protein. Because I'm bulking up on the protein, fine. I also need a lot of carbohydrate to execute my exercises. But I wasn't doing that, and no one actually taught me that. So I pandai-pandai kan. I realized like, oh my god, I'm doing a mistake. So then I stopped that. I think it got expired and stayed there like that only. And I just threw it away. Too bad, right? Actually, you could have made pancake or something. But I mean, so that's how it was going. And then I realized like not necessarily you should take milk-based protein. There's a lot of better protein options. There's a lot of meal replacement and all that. Even meal replacement, I bought it from some famous brand. But what happened was, I did not learn how to take it. I was simply taking it. I would do nonsense. I would blend. Actually, my mom will help me. I'll instruct her. I'll say, okay, blend these walnuts, almonds, raisins, cashew nut blend. And then I'll have it. And then when I mix this meal replacement, I'll mix that also. I'll eat. Why? I did not have the understanding about the nutrition reading, how is what. No one is there to really like guide us on that. So that was another part. Then I put on so much of weight. I had terrible acne. You can see the picture in this page. That journey brought to the bad acne because of too much of too much of good things is also bad. Like too much of good oil from the nuts and all can also give bad effect to you. See, there are a lot of things. It's not as easy as, oh, it's good, I'm going to eat a lot. No, it doesn't work that way. So that journey I went through, and then at one point I started going for yoga also. I started learning. Then I started to understand my body, where are my weak points and all that. Again, because I didn't have anyone to guide me, so I had to find my way. It was a long journey to find my way. So it went on that way, and finally I got married and I had kids, and obviously everything slowed down. Things got even worse. Like even when I don't eat, okay, I did not put on so much weight after delivery because I lost weight during my pregnancy, which is weird. I know most people put on weight. I lost weight, so imagine my baby was 2.6 something, but then I still lost about 9 something kilos. And after delivery, I was breastfeeding. So when you're breastfeeding, you need to have proper food. So I didn't know how to take a proper detox. Again, it's about the awareness wasn't there. But then we started researching like what kind of drinks is good for mummies after delivery who's breastfeeding. Everything we started doing research because it was important for us. So we had to learn it. Okay, that's why we always say whatever we are telling you is from our experience. It's not saja because I'm selling the product I'm talking, or what. No, not because I have so much free time, I'm simply talking. We really had the experience in our life. We are normal people like you who went through a lot of hurdles, and we don't want others to go through the unnecessary thing. I know it's difficult for you to absorb some things like why pula? Okay, I don't eat, I kudos what, but you don't see, because when you study the internals of your body, how it works, how your muscle works and all that, you'll understand the mistakes you're doing, because we are studying all that. So when we study all that, we realize like, hey, this is what happens to the muscle slowly, this is what happens to your cells slowly. And then when you know that, you imagine that you can't accept, you feel like, oh, this is what I'm doing out to the body, things like that lah. So as I said, it was going, and then now it came to a point that my baby is already 16 months. Actually, PKP made things worse because number one, the motivation. You have to have a group to get motivated to do some exercise, right? Yeah, there's no group. Who's my motivation? I got no motivation. He also sit at home. Usually he do fitness classes and all that. But what happened when he do face to face and all that? So when online, many people skip the classes, they won't attend. So he also no much time lah. Got also one guy like maybe his exercise a bit milder one, because he's, you have to customize your exercise based on your body type, your conditions and all that, right? So
and with this COVID, it's like every day thinking of COVID. Yeah. All
people were
pandemic,
stressed.
not only COVID. See, my job when it's pandemic, it's not only COVID. Sometimes we have to look into previous pandemic issues like H1N1. Sometimes whatever I talk, suddenly I'll say COVID, I'll say H1N1, all unnecessary things. But anyway,
too many terms.
But now, maybe I'll talk about it next week. There's something new which I would like to share. Obesity. COVID-obesity.
Huh?
It's COVID and obesity.
Well, that term also you all got ready. Okay.
Yes.
Hi. Veronica says hi.
Obesity. Hi.
I thought Kobe.
No, not obesity. Obesity.
Okay, obesity.
Okay, COVID and obesity.
You're not
they
making
put
it up,
together.
right?
No. It's a new term where obesity in COVID, but I'm still, the term is still new to me, so I'm still trying to research. I don't know what are they trying to actually tell us, whether how to manage obesity in COVID patients, or this COVID scenario, which is work from home, staying at home, might lead to obesity. So I don't know what actually they are trying to say. I need to research on that.
Research and he'll come back.
And then after that, I will share probably in 1 or 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. So late, next week lah.
Because I have to make sure that the papers are all trusted.
Yeah.
Because
anyone can Google and write.
Because when you Google, we have Mr. What? Vicky தெரியுமா Vicky நீ நம்ம பக்கத்து வீட்ல இருந்தாரா
But he tell properly like இப்ப தப்பா
Wikipedia. Okay, anyone can edit anything. Okay,
yeah, Wikipedia is not a trusted source. If you all like did research paper and all, you know Wikipedia is not a trusted source because it's never accepted in any research paper that anyone can write. You also can go and write, create an account and write something in Wikipedia. That's it. Okay, so
சில பேர் வருவாங்க, they'll come to us, say I think I've got cervical spondylosis. தெரியுதுல அப்புறம் என்னதுக்கு என்கிட்ட வந்த கூகுள் பண்ணிட்டு
But betul ke they'll have that? No.
yeah so no sometimes you see usually they Google and they see okay but when we assess sometimes x-rays need to be done and all sometimes by luck that is the thing sometimes
By luck.
yeah
Like,
By
yeah, I
luck.
got cancer. Then when check it, betul. Oh, by luck, I'm so lucky. What I said is true. I saw this joke somewhere. You know, people like they are happy about they envision something bad, and when it happens, they are happy that oh, what I thought was true. So stupid, right? Okay, never mind. Okay.
சில பேர் வருவாங்க எனக்கு முட்டி வலிக்குது ரொம்ப கவலையா இருக்கு நடக்க கூட முடியலன்னு கவலையா வருவாங்க when you tell them முட்டி வலி எனக்கும் இருக்குங்க ஓ அப்படியா அப்ப உடனே தெம்பாயிடுவாங்க பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா
Got gang. Kena ada gang.
you see it's a human nature when you have someone with the same symptom or same problem you'll feel oh I'm not the only one when you feel you're the only one you feel sad okay the same thing
That's why now everyone put on weight also happy
இப்போ
all
நம்ம
together.
குண்டா இருந்தோம் ஐயோ நம்ம ரொம்ப குண்டா இருக்கோம் அதே வந்து நம்ம ஒரு 10 பேர் குண்டா இருந்தோம் ஓ எல்லாரும் நம்ம மாதிரி தானே இருக்காங்க
The same like us, like even him, because like now Ramai wanna put on weight, doctors what all putting on weight, coaches also putting on weight because they're not having the time and the minat to do it because there's so much stress. Like what's gonna happen next? That thought itself. Like even for me, I wanted to do so much of things. Like once Shita, my baby is 1, I wanted to exercise and all, but the mood is not there. What's next? And working from home.
Work from home, stay at home, MCO, சரி வெளியவும் போக முடியாது ஜாகிங் பண்ணலாம் இன்னும் ஒரு within 1-2 daysல today 17,000 good and 15,000 வந்துருச்சு 15,000 plus வந்துருச்சு
But still they allow jogging around. Do you know every day downstairs you belamba people will cook
yeah
food.
but then back again I think over time once most of them are already vaccinated we got to transform to the concept of live with COVID as long as you don't spread to others everybody is vaccinated you have to live with it it's just like other pandemic like H1N1 SARS and things like that okay so but anyway it's up to the government to look into it and they will definitely come up with the best plan it's not only Malaysia is suffering the whole world is suffering with this issue so I mean let the authorities do the job
Yeah. So that's one thing. And where was I? Someone has to remind me where was I. Like,
it was talking about obesity that's why I talk about COVID-19
okay. I have this thing. This I like to write down. I'll forget what I'm talking about.
COVID-19
I don't know. But anyway, talking about this weight loss journey thing, right? We have to be very careful of whom you are referring to. Don't just percaya anything anywhere. You must know. இப்போ உங்களுக்கு சீக்குனா உங்களுக்கு சளி வந்துச்சுன்னா will you come to a physio? Will you come to a fitness trainer? No, right? You'll go to a doctor. அதே உங்களுக்கு லூஸ் வெயிட் பண்ணணும் எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணணும் யார்கிட்ட போவீங்க வலி இருக்குது வலியோட வாண்ட் எக்ஸசைஸ் அண்ட் லூஸ் யார்கிட்ட போவீங்க ஃபிட்னஸ் கோச் ஃபிசியோ அந்த மாதிரி எந்தெந்த விஷயத்துக்கு யார்கிட்ட போகணுமோ அங்கே போனீங்கன்னா கிடைக்கும் is it correct?
you'll get the right source of information
that thought you must have with the right thing okay like you come to us you say I got flu out I will say no way go to a doctor right but other like if you go and ask a medical doctor I'm not saying in a bad way anything no I got a lot of friends who are medical doctors you go and ask about fitness they can give you rough idea okay you need to exercise at least this much but if you want to really make your body
again they will refer இப்போ நீங்க ஹாஸ்பிடல்க்குலாம் போனீங்கன்னா they will refer you back to the physiotherapist
yes so whose job
once
is whose
they
job you must
diagnose
know
you as obesity overweight your care they'll refer you to the nutritionist dietitian and physiotherapist
yes so you have to understand this part to whom you are going for help so because when you go to the right person they sell you something so they're not going to say you drink this you will lose weight like that the moment somebody tells you you drink this you lose weight sometimes either they have some bahan terlarang inside there because some bahan memang dilarang right by certain like FDA and all that, because it causes harm to the body. It can make you lose weight like that, but it's maybe eating up yourself, don't know what not like, I don't know what's happening. But a proper weight loss is a product that you consume will help you to lose weight, maybe 2-3 kg.
We shall talk about one substance. It's now it's not allowed anymore.
Yeah. Well, I finished my sentence. Okay. But if a good product will help you to lose weight, help you, but meanwhile your effort is required. If not, you lose sikit. That is a good product. And always a slimming product is meant to encourage you and enable you to have the energy and the metabolic to exercise. It's not for you to just drink and sleep. Okay, because it's going to increase your metabolic. It's going to make you energized for what? To sit. No. At least a plank, at least a squat, at least a jog setempat, at least a jumping. What jumping jack? If you got knee pain, you have to see how you got knee pain. Means there's certain ways to do a jumping jack also, right? You cannot saja jump like everyone. Depending on your condition, you can do certain exercise. Okay. And if you're new to exercise, don't terus do the jumping exercise. That time you'll feel nice. Oh, I'm jumping, I feel so good. 1 week, 2 weeks, slowly, or what you call in Tamil, the Jawa, I will say. You will start having your knee joints to orosran and all the problems will start. Because you are suddenly, like sudden shock, and the shock when your joints cannot accept. Your joints cannot accept. It will react a bit badly. So that kind of things you have to tengok also. So a lot of things. And the main point I want to say is, losing weight journey, you have to understand you're losing only fat. And remember, you want to lose weight, you want the keto activity to happen in your body. You want your muscles to burn your fat. You want your muscles to behave the way the God created them to behave. But you are making your muscles weak, lembek like that. And what do you expect? Alright, you have to make sure of that. Okay, focus on what is needed. Reduce the processed sugar, the additional sugars. Reduce those natural ones. Salt, sodium. Sodium comes in fruits and vegetables also. Okay, they're already there. That's why babies, you say don't put added salt. There's already enough in the food. So even for you could reduce your salt content, because the more salt you take, the more water retention happens. Because sodium has the capacity to hold the water in your body. So you'll have all this water retention, joint pains, and you'll feel a bit fat like that. So that's one thing. And then reduce the sugar, additional sugar reduce, because those will become fat in your body. When you don't use, become glycogen, right? They got no use. What they happen? They go around your organs all and settle down like that. So that kind of things. And stop eating processed food, because processed food got hidden salt that you don't know. Like I won't say stop, forgive me for the word, because I disagree with stopping something totally, unless from small your parents train you that way, and if you have baby now, you train very healthy eating. There is a possibility for you to really not like all the processed food. But for us who are so used to it, where the awareness was very less once upon a time, and we have been exposed to all sorts of food, very difficult to stop totally. I'll never say if I go for function I won't eat or what. I still eat. Even now sometimes I'll buy fast food. Right? That happens, especially when you're stressed. You make the wrong decision. If you have a meal replacement at home, you might not do that, because you swallow your meal replacement and you'll cover up for that stress time, right? So things like that. Like even now, I want to exercise, I want to do. But sometimes even we also need motivation. You know what kind of motivation? That you all are in the journey together with us. That gives us motivation. Like, oh, there are people who wants to go walk the journey. Let's do it. Let's do it more, because they are depending on us. We cannot let them go.
Today I'm here is because of y'all. Otherwise, I'll continue watching my Olympic opening ceremony. But I decided to off that and come and sit here, because I know y'all are here, probably watching us. So we started it. Make sure we want to guide you to the right path. Okay, until you achieve what you want.
Yes. So I hope y'all walk with us through this journey. We have some exciting things coming up in the future, in the near future, but just stick on with us and see what we have. Okay, we promise that we will not let you down, and we will make sure we give you only the right thing at the right time, okay, for the right person. Okay, so it's a Friday night, have fun. Do you have anything to say, Tutum?
No, but maybe I will next week. I'll definitely talk about this COVID-obesity.
It sounds like Kobe's lah, really. Come on, y'all. After this, y'all watch this video. Say
COVID-obesity.
COVID-obesity. Say this 10 times. Obesity.
It's managing its patients with obesity. It's a combination of COVID and obesity. So if that means the risk, what is the risk if an obesity patient has been diagnosed with COVID, or somebody who has been diagnosed with COVID is also diagnosed as an obesity patient. So how are they going to manage the patient, and how is it going to harm that person? Okay.
Sorry, I burped.
It's just a combination of two words, COVID and obesity. They brought it together. Is COVID-besity.
Okay. Please share this video. We are giving good information. எல்லா வீடியோ நீங்க ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. இதுவும் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. It motivates us. Each time we see view, like one of our videos got how many view? Like 80K. That motivated us, and that gave us like people are watching, whether they watch few seconds or what. Actually, we can see, how many seconds people are watching. There is an analysis that you can do. So we do see all that, we know how many percentage seeing full view and all that. There's a graph and all for that.
And we choose the topic based on, we see what kind of information attracts more people.
Not what kind of information, how do we say it that it attracts more people? The information
what
is that
people really want to hear from us. That's
so
right.
we try. It's not easy to convey a message to a group of people, especially in this era. Everyone wants to see fun things, but to bring the element of happiness, joy, and also fun into the information, it's not easy. Especially in this situation with stress and COVID and all that. But we really would appreciate if you share our videos. We can see who shares and all that. That makes us very happy and very appreciative on that. And it makes us do more for you.
But sometimes our content may seem a bit boring due to the selection of topic. But at times we have to do it. Like as I said earlier about this one particular substance, which I don't want to mention it right now. Okay, I will talk about it next week maybe, or maybe the most in another 1 or 2 weeks. So those kind of things is to create awareness, so that it may sound boring because it's more on facts and things like that. But there are many of us out there who don't know. So I feel it's something that we should share, so that they get the right information. They know what they are consuming, what is needed for the body, what is not needed for the body,
what helps, what doesn't
what
help.
is going to harm them, and what will actually work. Okay, that's why certain topics we choose to speak to you.
So please do share our videos, like our videos, comment on our videos. Whatever questions you have, just give us the hint that you are there, that you all are really watching, not just that it really
You all can also actually put the questions on the comment during this live. If we can answer, we will answer immediately. Otherwise, we will get back to you
as soon as
possible.
And we will try to make more fun videos for you, because everyone needs entertainment, right? We also need entertainment. We also want to see ourselves in our funny suit, in our happy suit, in our doing cooking or whatever is it. We also want to see ourselves in the suit. In the meantime, creating awareness. Okay, same time we are also educating ourselves more and more. We don't want to just give information, just plug and play like that. We want to be really responsible when we give you information and we guide you towards the right path. Okay, and if you don't understand whatever we are speaking, because honestly, because we speak this language mostly because this is what we speak at home most of the time, so the easier it comes. Like, because I feel like I'm talking to my family. So you talk about your family, you talk about language comes to you easily, right? Malay language also is something that comes easily because we always using that often. So Tamil, in between it comes there. So those who are Malay or Chinese, if you hear us speaking Tamil in between, don't mind us, because we are just being ourselves. So it tends to
But anyway, we convey the message. So in a way where all of you all can understand.
Our
so whatever we speak in Tamil is just a repetition of what we are saying, because sometimes we do have some of our clients who don't really understand what we are trying to say, request us to explain it in Tamil. That's why we
sometimes some things you say in Tamil, they got proverb all in Tamil. Sometimes it's nice to say, especially for me when I speak less Tamil. When I use Tamil proverbs, I feel like excited a bit. So I got no opportunity to use to whom I want to use all my Tamil words are. Right? If I used him, he say, stop. He'll ask me to stop. He'll say, if I talk Tamil, I'll get asthma. Right? Okay, well, it's Friday night, so have fun, share the video, and just share our videos and like our videos. Okay, we really appreciate it. And watch all our other videos, and you can see a a surge of improvement in our videos when we get more connected to you. Okay, so anyway, bye for now.
Okay, see you all tomorrow
Yep.
with some fun activities.
Yep. Bye.